Hey everybody, welcome to another Design 30 tutorial. Today we will be talking about the Loft Tool, but before we get into that, if you're enjoying these videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, first things first, I'm going to hide my face so that that does not get in the way of what I'm trying to describe to you. And let's get into this Loft Tool. So we're going to come here. This is where your Loft Tool is located. You get this nice little description that pops up. And what it says is that it creates a transitional shape between two or more sketch profiles or planar faces. So we're going to create, in this example, two sketch profiles and show you how to loft between them. So let's start with our first sketch. Just throw it on one of these planes. And I really want to draw a triangle. I like triangles. That seems like a good shape to start with. And let's center it here, make that the midpoint. Let's finish it up with two more sides. There we go. And I want to add a construction line just as my way of making this vertical right here. Boom. Let's add some dimensions to it. 3 inches, that sounds good. And then let's make this an equilateral triangle. Make all these sides the same. And there we go. We have a fully constrained drawing. Before we're done with that, I also want to add a point here. And I want it to be the midpoint of this construction line. So I'm going to click that point and hold shift and click that construction line. Go to my constraints and hit midpoint. Okay, that's all we need for that first sketch. Let's go, before creating the next one, and add a plane. I want to add an offset plane from the face or the plane that that triangle is made on. And let's make this about 16 inches away. That sounds good. Click on that. Create a sketch there. And I want to use this center point, so I'm going to project that onto my current sketch. On it. Okay. And let's make a circle for the second profile. And 7.6, let's make that 8 inches even. And hit finish sketch. There are our two profiles. Okay, so how do we use this Loft tool? Well, it's really pretty simple. What you're going to do is grab your first profile, click on it, go over here, click your second profile, and you're done. That's the simplest way to use the Loft tool. In this case, you can go from a circle to a triangle, and you get this kind of cool looking shape. But there's even more you can do to edit this. So let's say we want to add a little bit of a twist. Okay, well, there's these points that you can grab and move them around. In this case, move around the circle. And essentially you add a twist to this loft. So in this case, there are these vertices on your triangle. And there's a line that goes back to your circular profile. So if you just change or slide where this line connects to your circular profile, you can easily add a bit of twist or whatever you want to this loft. Let's go there, hit done. Okay, so now we have this fun, twisted, circle to triangle shape. Okay, but there's even more that you can do with this tool. So let's go ahead and just delete that loft altogether. And I want to add one more sketch, but I want to add it between the two sketches already made. So I'm going to make those visible. And let's see, let's just start the sketch. Click this face or this plane. And now I want to project one more time, and I want to project both of these center points. Click both of those. I'm going to need some construction lines for reasons that you will see in just 1 minute. Okay, that's good enough for that. Here's this one. Okay, got those. Doesn't matter how long they are, just make sure that they are horizontal. Next thing we're going to do is create a spline, get rid of the construction. Click here. Let's come out straight, go up, go down, come back in straight or in line with these other lines, construction lines that we had just made. Click the green arrow, make sure you don't hit escape, or else that just gets rid of your whole spline. I make that mistake way too often. Okay, now we want to add another constraint, and I want to add this tangent constraint. So click on the spline, click here, boom, those are tangent. Click on the spline, click on this line, and those now are also tangent. Okay, so we still have our two profiles, but here we have this kind of center line that just adds a little bit of a curve to it. So how are we going to use that? Well, let's go back to our Loft tool. We're going to start the exact same way. Click this profile, click the triangular profile. Okay, that looks the same. But now there's also this guide type, and you can click a centerline guide or a rail guide. I'm going to do centerline. And now I need to pick what my centerline is, and you probably guessed it. That's the spline that I just created. Click on that, and look what we have here. We have a very somewhat funky looking shape, but a very organic shape, and something that would be, dare I say, almost impossible to create any other way. And so by creating that center line, that allowed the Loft tool to use something to actually guide one profile to the other, or at least on its way from one profile to the other. There's a center line or a guide that it can follow. Otherwise, it just takes, the shortest path is a straight line from one to the other. So those are the main uses that I have for the Loft tool. I think there are a few different tools that you will find very useful as you are, I'm sure, creating incredible products with Fusion 360. If you do create some cool shapes or products and you want to share them, you can share them with Learn Design 30. I'm on Twitter, Instagram. You can even comment it on the YouTube channel. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching this tutorial on the Loft tool. As always, remember, design more, despair less. Thanks for watching.